Steinhoff's shareholder register reveals just how far the repercussions of the share price plunge extend. So let's continue our discussion with our panel of experts. Wayne, why did the asset management community miss this?
I suppose we'll all be asking us that question for a very, very long time to come. I suppose if the chairman didn't pick it up and the auditors didn't pick it up and the audit committee didn't pick it up, the asset management industry didn't pick it up either. And of course, with hindsight, there will plenty of indicators will come to light, and plenty of people will say, well, actually, you should have picked it up, but the asset management in general did not.
What happens now to shareholders? What happens to investors? We've heard the JSE saying that they will not suspend the shares. I think they're still trading in Frankfurt as well.
Yes. Look, 90% of your money has been wiped out. Quite frankly, the other 10 is not that relevant after you've lost 90%. It can go up. It can go up if there's less impact than what the market thinks. But understand, things like this take forever to actually get sorted, and there's not accounting irregularities here. If your CEO resigns, there's more immediate effect. There's more than just misinterpretation of the rules. It's clearly far, far bigger than that. And these things take forever, and Steinhoff will not emerge out of this the same company, because they've simply got to sell things just to provide liquidity into the company. But what does it mean for the average person out there? If you have a pension fund or you have an investment vehicle, you have lost money, and I would estimate on average this has cost you personally anywhere between 1% and 5%, maybe 0 if you're really lucky, but that's probably the extent of the losses suffered by an average pension fund.
We talk about a trust deficit, right? But ordinary people are worried when they watch things like this happen. Business is starting to lose the trust of South Africans. What do you say to that?
It absolutely is, and I think we have to take some very decisive and intense steps to ensure that we rebuild that trust as business. But business has never been innocent, neither the way government has not been innocent. And I think that's why I'm saying that this probably calls for a more broader discussion to be held around ethical leadership and what needs to be done in the wake of such scandals by business.
And what's your profession willing to do to rebuild that trust?
See, the fundamental issue here is about going back to the basics of how to deal with the fundamentals of internal controls, and then providing layers of assurance right across the stream, starting from management, internal audit, and external auditors, so that the audit committee and the board can have something to rely upon in making their decisions and making their judgments on behalf of investors and their stakeholders. And
public accountability for those who don't actually follow the rules. Right?
Indeed.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much to all of you. That's Ashburton Investments, Wayne McCurry, Busisiwe Mavusa from BLSA, and the CEO of SAICA, that's Terence Nombembe, bringing us to the end of this special edition of Moneyline. Thanks for watching. Good night.
The right hands, money can do amazing things. This edition of Moneyline was proudly sponsored by Nedbank.
The art, craft and science of branding has become the universal language of the marketplace. So how do we prepare young people for this fast-paced, constantly evolving new landscape? This week, a special Mags on Me